Hi, my name is Colin Myers. I'm here at Jerry's Music Shop in South Hadley. I would like to talk to you about all of these keys on the clarinet. They actually all do serve a purpose. They're all here. They're not just here for show. You will eventually use all of them. The first ones I'd like to talk to you about are the ones that you're going to use with your pinkies. We don't have rollers like saxophones, and so what ends up happening is if there's two notes that we want to go between, we have to alternate. One key is going to be in one pinky, and the other note is going to be in the other pinky. So, for example, if I wanted to go from C to E flat, which happens a lot, I'm not going to be able to do that with just my right pinky. I'm going to want to do a left hand C fingering, and then go to a right hand E flat fingering. So I'll show you, if I'm trying to roll, I'll show you what ends up happening. It's not a pretty sight. It's really, really hard to end up rolling. But if I use my left hand C fingering, it's much easier. And I end up alternating. So for every key in your right pinky, there's a corresponding key in your left pinky, except for one, and that's the E flat key. That's the only one that's going to be in your right hand. There is no left hand side for that. The other thing I'd like to talk to you about is using your chromatic fingerings. Now, all these fingerings can take a little while to get used to using them, but if you're confused, be sure to reference your fingering chart, and that should give you a clue where you want to go. So I'd like to talk to you about your chromatic fingerings and these sliver keys. So the first thing I'm going to show is that B natural is normally played just with the middle finger. But then when you're going from B flat to B natural, you never want to end up flipping on clarinet because it's never a smooth transition. So what you do is you end up fingering B natural, or B flat, sorry, and then adding the sliver key, which changes it into a B natural. Same thing happens in the other hand, whereas normally E flat, you'd use the bottom trill key, and in this case, you'll want to use D plus the sliver key. Sometimes your fingers can get really close, but you just kind of jam it in there, and it usually finds its way. So once you have D, you can add the E flat key, and then continue on up to E. The last chromatic fingering that's really important for you is going from F to F sharp. This is another one of those situations where you don't want to flip, especially between your thumb and your first finger. It ends up, you end up getting open G in there. So start with the thumb, and then in your right hand, add the bottom two trill keys, not just one, but actually the bottom two, and that's going to make an F sharp. Using these chromatic fingerings will allow you to play with as few blips in your playing and as much technical facility as you can possibly play.